Alright guys, so let's get this video started. Today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a tier list for basically all the units so that you guys know which to go for. Now I can't really make a showcase anymore because I can't make a showcase on them anymore. So I'm just gonna have to grind for them first, and then I'm gonna make a showcase so that you guys can know. But at that time there's probably gonna be a lot of other YouTubers that has made a showcase. But since I did design some of these units, I want to make a tier list on them so that you guys can know who to go for, because they aren't exactly easy to get, right? They aren't exactly easy to get. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make a tier list. I'm gonna basically show you guys which to go for, the best units to target. So this can help you basically know which to invest in. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, the units right now are actually kind of pretty hard to get, but I can tell you right now that there's a lot of them that are actually pretty good. There's a lot of units right now that are just very good. They're in the meta. There's a lot of them too. There's a lot of them. So let's get straight into it. All right. Okay. So right here, there's going to be 6 units that are actually going to get kind of a double evo, and right now I'm gonna basically tell you guys who are the best ones and who are the ones that you should really invest in. Okay, so first and foremost, I have Elf Saint. She is gonna be in meta now. Not to spoil everything, but her passive ability has divine built in. So she has this passive ability where she can make people walk backwards. She can make units walk backwards. So she has this built-in passive where she can basically make people walk backwards, kind of like a divine spirit built into her passive. Okay, so I'm not really allowed to show much more details about that. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I mean, it's already released, so I should be allowed to, right? And I'm making this tier list so people will know who to go for, because these units will need a lot of investment. Expert Sharpshooter is gonna be in good, probably gonna be in mid. Okay, the mid double evil mythics are still gonna be good units, right? They're not gonna be bad units, but they're still going to be pretty good units. They're just not gonna be as good as compared to all the other units. But Expert Sharpshooter is a very good heal unit. She does have an ability. Most of them have an ability, and she is very good. Okay, I would put her at mid, but that's only because I think the other double evos are just pretty insanely good. Now, King of Dragons is gonna go in good. She's gonna have an ability, or he's gonna have an awesome ability, and his ability can also do maybe some burn damage and then a huge amount of damage in general. So burn damage and then huge amount of damage will put King of Dragons at mid. You don't even need Almighty on him. You're probably gonna even be better off with just Requiem, which is why that's also a plus for him. So he's definitely gonna be in here. He's gonna be a very good unit. Then we have Prime Leader, probably gonna be the best unit in the game right now. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, his ability is kind of broken, because right now his ability is right around 400%, maybe 800% damage, which is a little bit too much. So his ability is going to get nerfed. That Prime Leader does have a passive ability where his ability can stun people for 30 seconds. So his ability has a very amazing effect that can stun units or enemies by like 30%, I believe, for a certain period of time, which is actually what makes Prime Leader insanely good in my opinion. He's definitely going to be meta for damage, and he's obviously going to be meta for leaderboards as well. And on top of leaderboards, he's going to be meta in a lot of places. All right, he's gonna be meta in a lot of places. He's gonna be very good. I think he's even gonna be good for just normal game modes. So yeah, Prime Leader is probably gonna be the best one right now, but Elf Saint's probably gonna be the best, very, very awesome one as well. Now Skull Vindicator is probably gonna be the weakest one right now. He does have pretty good stats. His stats are actually better than Expert Sharpshooter, but I don't think he has an ability. And on top of not having he does have an ability, right? But but I think his ability is a little bit lackluster right now. He might actually be still on par with Expert Sharpshooter, but they currently are the kind of weakest units right now in the game, or weakest double evil mythics. But they're still both very good, right? Skull Vindicator can still be used in basically everywhere. His placement is a full area of effect. He's still a very good unit, and these units are still also going to get balanced. We're still working on balancing all of these units to make basically all of them good. Now, obviously, not all of them can be meta units, because that's gonna break the game. But we're trying to make it so that some of these units are basically gonna be better than that are basically gonna be good, right? So that's our purpose here, to make these units kind of good. Now, Curse Overlord, it is my favorite one, and this isn't because he's the strongest one. It's because he has an ability that's, in my opinion, very interesting for leaderboard players, but not not just leaderboard players. I think it's also very good for basically all the game modes, because he has this ability that's going to do 50% guaranteed damage to enemy units. Okay, excluding bosses, he's gonna do 50% guaranteed damage to enemy units. And then that ability will be unlockable or usable starting upgrade 5 or upgrade 6. So we're gonna change the way his buff or his ability works to where it's gonna be obtainable at around upgrade 6 or upgrade 5, which is going to be very good because he's gonna be usable for leaderboards, and on top of being usable for leaderboards, he's also going to be usable in other places. I think he can be usable in Tower of Eternity as well, especially in those later game modes. So Curse Overlord is definitely going to be up there as well. Now, these are the 6 Double Evo Mythics right now currently in the game. They're all pretty strong in my opinion. And if you have the time, definitely invest in all of them. Alrighty. So let me just give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek on how to get them. I already made a video about this. So if you want to get these units, you're going to have to craft their materials. And their materials are going to require you to have copies of them. And on top of copies, you're also going to need to have these portal units. So these portal units are actually relatively easy to get. They're almost guaranteed when you're farming the portals basically. And then this fire crystal and underwater corals is actually pretty easy to get as well. You're gonna get the phoenix feather while grinding for the secret portal for the secret portal unit anyway. So I think it's actually gonna be quite easy. Now this might get nerfed because I think it's still a little bit too high, and all of them does only have one Evo item requirement. So cannonballs for Garp. Curse Crown, I believe, is for Curse Prince. And then another one right here is going to be... Yeah, this one right here is going to be for Sharpshooter. The Mystic Sniper is going to be for Sharpshooter. And then, what's next? I think for Elf, it's going to be... So, Skull Armor is going to be for Skull Warrior, which is going to turn him into the Vindicator, the Skull Vindicator, or something like that. And then also on top of that, I'm looking for the one for Esper. For Dragon King, it's going to be, I believe, the Dragon... Wait, where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Oh, and by the way, the Black Grimoire is going to be for Elf Wizardess to evolve her into the next form. After that, we have... Well, where's the other one? This one's Demon. I can't find the one for Dragon King, but I think it's somewhere... The requirements are basically the same for all of them. You need 3 copies of the unit. So, for example, I'm trying to evolve Prime Commander or Strike Commander. I'm gonna need to get him into Prime Commander first, so his first evolution. Then I'm gonna need copies, normal copies, non-shiny without traits, in order to be able to use it for crafting. So those are the requirements right now, and then all the other requirements are obtainable through story mode or portals. The other requirements are obtainable through that, and the other requirements are basically obtainable from portals, from story mode, from all these other places right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Again, most of these Double Evo Mythics are actually pretty good. The Double Evo Mythics are all pretty good, and you guys are gonna be able to get them eventually and use them. So basically the purpose of the Double Evo Mythics is to make them equal to the secrets in some ways. So some of these Double Evo Mythics are just straight up cracked. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.